99% of AI startups are going to fail. Not 50%, not 80%, 99. And I'm going to tell you exactly why, and more importantly, exactly how to be in the 1% that actually wins. I've watched hundreds of AI startups launch and die over the last 3 years. I've invested in some. I've mentored founders through others. And I've seen the same patterns repeat over and over again. The ones that die all make the same 3 fatal mistakes. The ones that survive all do one thing differently. So in this video, I'm going to break down the 3 reasons AI startups fail, and then give you the exact framework that the successful 1% uses to build businesses that actually make money instead of burning through investor cash and shutting down. And so here's the problem. The number one reason AI startups fail is that they build technology looking for a problem instead of finding a problem and then building the technology to solve it. I see this every single day. Someone discovers a cool new AI capability and says, "This is amazing. I'm going to build a startup around it." They spend 6 months building a product. Then they launch and hear the worst sound in the world. Silence. Nobody cares. Nobody buys. Nobody even signs up for the free trial. Why? Because nobody wakes up in the morning thinking, "I really wish I had a better AI tool." That's not how humans work. Humans wake up thinking, "I wish this annoying task would go away. I wish I could make more money. I wish my team would stop wasting time on this repetitive work. I wish my customers would stop churning." The AI is not the solution. The AI is a tool that might be part of the solution. But the problem has to come first. Always. Think about this. Uber didn't say, "We have this great GPS technology, let's build a company around it." They said, "It's really hard to get a ride in a city. Let's solve that." The GPS technology was the tool. The problem was the ride. Every successful AI startup I've seen follows this exact pattern. They find a painful, expensive, persistent problem. They understand it deeply. They talk to dozens of people experiencing it, and only then do they build an AI solution. The second reason AI startups fail is that they build features instead of businesses. And this one is even more insidious because it looks like progress. Here's what I mean. A founder builds an AI product. It has a cool feature. They get some users. They get excited. Then they think, "If I add one more feature, I'll get even more users." So they add it, and another feature, and another. 6 months later, they have a product with 20 features and no revenue. They have built a feature factory, not a business. The users they attracted are feature tourists. They signed up because the product was novel, not because it solved a critical problem. They'll use it for a few weeks and then abandon it for the next shiny AI tool. The 1% does something completely different. They don't build features. They build revenue engines. Every decision they make is tied to a single question. Does this help us acquire more customers, retain existing customers, or increase the value of each customer? If the answer is no, they don't do it. No matter how cool the feature is, no matter how much their engineer wants to build it, no matter how many users are requesting it, if it doesn't drive the core business metric, it doesn't get built. This is the hardest discipline for technical founders to learn. They love building. They love solving problems. But building features is not the same as building a business. And most AI startups die with a beautiful product and an empty bank account. The third reason AI startups fail is the most painful one to talk about, because it's the one that nobody sees coming. They fail because they have no distribution. Here's what happens. A founder spends a year building an incredible AI product. It's faster than the competition. It's more accurate. It has a better user interface. They launch it on Product Hunt. They post about it on Twitter. Their friends and family sign up, and then nothing. They get maybe 200 users and the growth flatlines. Why? Because distribution beats product every single time. I'll say that again. Distribution beats product. A mediocre AI product with great distribution will crush a brilliant AI product with no distribution. Every time. Think about this for a second. How did you discover the last 5 AI tools you use? You probably saw them on YouTube, or heard about them on a podcast, or read about them in a newsletter, or saw someone post about them on social media. You didn't go searching for them. They found you. That's distribution. The 1% understands this from day one. Before they write a single line of code, they have a distribution plan. They know exactly how they're going to acquire their first 1,000 customers. They've built an audience. They've partnered with channels that already have their target customers. They've created content that attracts their ideal users. And here's where it gets even nastier. Distribution is getting harder, not easier. The AI space is getting more crowded every single day. There are thousands of AI startups launching every month. The noise is deafening. If you don't have a distribution advantage, you will be invisible. So those are the 3 reasons AI startups fail. They build technology looking for a problem. They build features instead of businesses, and they have zero distribution. But here's the good news. Because these 3 mistakes are so predictable, you can avoid all of them. Here is the framework the 1% uses. I call it the problem-first AI launch sequence. It has 5 steps. Step 1. Spend 60 days talking to potential customers before you write a single line of code. Not 2 weeks. 60 days. Talk to at least 50 people who have the problem you want to solve. Ask them what they're currently doing to solve it. Ask them what they hate about their current solution. Ask them what they would pay for a better solution. Ask them why they haven't already solved this problem. By the end of those 60 days, you will know more about the problem than 99% of founders ever will. You will know the exact language your customers use to describe the problem. You will know what they're willing to pay. You will know how to find more people like them. That knowledge is worth more than any AI model or fancy feature. Step 2. Build the smallest possible version of your solution that one person would pay for. Not 100 people. One person. Find that one person you talk to in step 1 who is so desperate for a solution that they will pay you today for something that barely works. This is terrifying because you have to put yourself out there and ask for money for something that you know is not finished. But here's what I've learned. If someone will pay you for an unfinished product, you have found a real problem. If nobody will pay you even when you offer it for free, you have not found a real problem. Step 3. Get to 10 paying customers before you add a single new feature. Not 10 users, not 10 people on a wait list. 10 people who have given you money. Because money is the only honest signal. People will tell you they love your product all day long. But when they open their wallet, that's when you know the truth. Getting those first 10 paying customers will force you to do things that most founders never do. You'll have to talk to customers constantly. You'll have to fix bugs in real time. You'll have to handle complaints and refunds and feature requests. And through all of that, you will learn what your product actually needs to be versus what you imagined it should be. Step 4. Once you have 10 paying customers, build a repeatable distribution engine. This is where the 1% separates from the 99. They don't rely on one channel. They build a system that consistently brings in new customers week after week. The best distribution engine I've seen for AI startups is content-led growth. Create content that helps your target customer solve the exact problem your product solves. Give away everything you know. Hold nothing back. Teach them how to solve the problem manually, and then show them how your AI product does it in 30 seconds instead of 3 hours. This works because you're not selling. You're educating. You're building trust. When someone has watched 10 of your videos explaining how to solve their problem, and then you show them an AI tool that does it instantly, they don't need to be sold. They're already sold. Step 5. Compound on what works and kill everything else. This sounds simple, but almost nobody does it. Most founders keep doing things that don't work because they're comfortable. They keep posting on platforms that don't bring customers. They keep building features that nobody uses. They keep running acquisition channels that lose money. The 1% is ruthless about this. Every month, they look at everything they're doing and ask, is this driving revenue? If the answer is no, they stop doing it immediately. No hesitation, no attachment. They redirect that time and energy into the things that are actually working. Now, real quick, if you're building or thinking about building an AI startup, I've put together a validation checklist and customer interview playbook at aiaudacyquest.com/startup. It has the exact questions I ask potential customers, the distribution channels I use, and the metrics I track. Completely free. Here's the thing that most people miss about AI startups. The technology is the easy part. Anyone can build an AI product today. The hard part is everything else. The problem validation, the customer acquisition, the business model, the distribution, the execution. The AI gold rush is creating a massive blind spot. Everyone is so focused on the technology that they're ignoring the fundamentals of building a real business. The fundamentals haven't changed. They're the same fundamentals that have applied to every business in history. Find a real problem, charge money to solve it, acquire customers profitably, retain those customers over time. If you want to be part of the 99%, just build a cool AI tool and hope people find it. But if you want to be in the 1%, follow this 5-step framework. Talk to customers first. Get one person to pay. Get 10 people to pay. Build a distribution engine and compound on what works. The AI wave is real. The opportunity is enormous. But the winners won't be the people with the best technology. They'll be the people with the best business fundamentals. Be that person. Don't be the 99%.